the initial pic,
Okay, is this
Filipina.
actually working this time?
And then
Okay, it actually
there,
is.
there again,
It's actually working this
she's
time.
she's
Right,
making
so what's
another
up, guys? It's Mr.
excuse.
T coming at you live from NYC. Hey, guys, welcome to Convos, our podcast over here at TimTalks. And again, sorry if I was trying to work out around with the software. So I found out. Here's the thing. If any of you guys are using OBS, not recommended for the first stream. Just because when I actually tried the software out, I was trying OBS and I found out that on the live stream that when I was trying to adjust the settings for YouTube, that it switches between the two different cameras, right? So I tried two different cameras and then it was selected OBS and that didn't work until I found I had to go back out and then switch to my original HP camera, and that's why I was able to get this on. And finally, it took me I don't know, like 15 minutes, and then once I saw that it wasn't working, I kind of panicked for a bit. But now that I actually was able to get the camera live, so I'm kind of thankful for that. So thank you guys also for being patient with me and understanding of that. Just because of the fact that even with regards to the software, even with those technical issues, again, I hope you guys can forgive me for taking that time to do that. All right. So hey guys, I'm just making sure that everything is working, and it looks like I have everything live. Camera's working, and I hope the mic is good on your end. And at the very least, I hope that nothing goes wrong with the rest of the live stream. And also, I have my charger here. I'm actually in my room, my bedroom at the moment. Studio was kind of occupied at the moment, and so I had to move the stream over here as well. So hopefully the setup looks good on your end, and I just hope that this goes well. All right. So anyway, I actually got something down over here. So let me just pull up my notes real quick because actually didn't have any plans for this live stream. Apart from the fact that I just wanted to test it out, see how it goes. I know that you guys are probably preoccupied with whatever. I know you guys are probably out there working, or you guys are children. You guys are enjoying your time out there in the sun because spring is here and summer's coming. So at the very least, I'm gonna just hope that you guys can catch this later on. And if anything, there's also the time where you can ask me any questions. I might be on for about maybe what, like 30 minutes, an hour. It really depends because I just wanted to test out the software to see if it works and to see how it looks, because also I wanted to get to see you guys officially out there in the world, and just to be able to um listen in for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or whatever, and I can get back to you real quick. All right, I'm still trying to find my notes. I left it down here on like what I was going to talk about, right? So hold on, let me just get that out. Let me see the channel now. Hold on. Let me just get this. The situation with the world. It should be down here. Honestly, I'm still trying to work the kinks out on my phone, and that's where I get most of the recording software from. So there, I got it now. All right, so now officially, now that we're actually live. So first off, I just want to say hello to everyone, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. First off, this is my actual voice. So now that the reason why I also wanted to do a live stream is just because of the fact that some people were guessing. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but my voice is kind of the same as if I were using my microphone on my phone to be able to record the streams and also my videos. So if anything, so this is my actual voice. I didn't filter it. I didn't change anything about it. And this is actually how I sound. So if anything, now that you know that this is the real voice. So yeah, I don't mind again the criticisms or whatever. I know that with going live, there's gonna be those kind of people out there, and you're entitled to your opinion, and I totally don't mind that, just because of the fact that you guys, again, I try to promote and your own opinions, and I try to encourage you. If you have your own opinion, don't be afraid to speak it out, and always be sure to at least respect other people, and to know that other people have their own opinions and we have our own, right? So that's most important. So first off, I just wanted to give you like this formal introduction about who am I in general, and how do I come about to do this, right? So Again, my name is Mr. T. If you guys don't know, my actual name is Timothy. And so I actually came from this small island called Saipan. If you guys don't know where that is, literally just look up Guam, and then from there you can look up north, and then you can find Saipan, right? So I came from that small island in the middle of the Pacific, and many people I'm still struggling with trying to be able to, you know, tell other people like where's Saipan, because I get it. Not many people know where it is. Not many people know where my home was, my first home at the very least. And then now I'm here in the big city, and now I'm actually doing this to get to know all of you guys. And so just to let that be clear, Saipan is pretty remote, and if you guys don't know where it is, you can always look it up on Google Earth. And from there, you'll see just how far I had to come to get over here to see my family, as well as to, just enjoy New York because I actually love the city. Truth be told, I'm gonna digress. With the city, it's not as bad as I thought. And you usually hear those kind of opinions like, "Oh, is the city's gonna be is gonna be hell on earth? Is it gonna be the best place for anyone?" And to be fair, it is one of the better cities. It's actually a place where you get to, appreciate other people, see the diversity and all that. And just to be able to, make those relationships and, get those opportunities. New York is the good place. And, I came from Saipan and then going 7,000 miles over the Pacific Ocean down over here to NYC. It was a blast. And the idea there was that I thought I could make it big right away, but of course, spending all my life, 23 years of my life over in Saipan, and then spending a couple months over here in NYC, you really do see a lot of things, and I never got to see those things that many people would think about. Some people would panic just moving to the big city, but for me, after a couple months, I don't really feel anything, to be honest, and I don't really feel that much of a change in me. I'm still the same person. Apart from the fact that I'm getting older, hair's getting longer. And by the way, guys, my hair didn't used to be this long. It actually was shorter. But then I went for the new look, and I wasn't influenced by anyone. I just went ahead with this, and that's probably one of the few changes I've had. But apart from that, not really much has changed. I actually got Miss Adasti there in the background, and she's also doing some other things. It gets busy over here, raising a family, taking care of loved ones and all that. But really, so just to, like I said, I tend to stray away from some things, but I always try to come back. So I came from Saipan in the middle of the Pacific, came over here to NYC, spent a couple months over here, and I absolutely love seeing everyone out there in the world. I absolutely love seeing all the people. I saw different races, ethnicities, genders, whatnot, right? I was able to see all that. And to be fair, it was awesome just to see everyone's skill and talent, and to see everyone just trying to make it out there, because I know that many people think that we don't have the opportunities to be able to do so, and I just want to encourage you that it's totally possible, and I really do feel that you guys can make it out there in the world, same as how I got over here, did my own blog podcast. I get to teach students, which actually that is my profession. If you guys remember the previous episodes, I am a teacher by profession, but I also tend to do other things outside of it, like this, right? Just to give you those life changing advices and whatever and whatnot, and just to be a part of that. And I was glad to be able to see that, and I was glad to be able to just share that with other people, my talent and my just to share, because really the whole world, the way as it is, we kind of need that. We need talent, we need those opportunities. People need to see and believe that there is a chance and that there is hope, to make a difference in the world. But that's pretty much the first part. That I just wanted to share with you first off, what the heck is going on with my life at the moment. Just wanted to know, to share with you guys, who I am in general, because I feel as though if I'm gonna be promoting the truth, I might as well start off with myself. And I was contemplating as well as to whether or not I want to show my face, or whether or not I wanted to be able to, you know, get down to being able to see you guys in person, and just to let myself get out there in the world. Because, like I said, I'm kind of introverted at times. But in all honesty, now that I'm doing the stream, I don't really feel that. I don't know why. It's just so unique. It's just so awesome now to be able to showcase this, and I'm absolutely loving it. I know this might not be the most ideal time. Like, I'm even trying to decide what time I get to stream and whatnot. I don't even know what you guys are doing out there right now. But just know that, hey, at least I have this ready for you guys if you want to know who I am and to know who the host is. And just to let you know that there's a new creator out there, and I'm cheering on other creators out there. I hope they get the chance to do the same, and I really do hope that above all that you guys are doing awesome. All right, but I just gotta send this real quick. I got other people who are sending me messages, and that's the thing, guys. So I actually want to get down to explain, how the channel works, and how the podcast works and how I go about this. Even right now, I'm still trying to work out a system in which I get to be able to do something, um, as well as to make it like professional, right? So first off, with this, I try to get down to try touching base on everything, right? So basically, I try as much as possible to experiment all the features, right? I do the videos. I even tried, and then from there, I was thinking, what if I tried doing shorts, just those little mini clips, so that other people can be able to see what's going on, and to at least I know that people don't have always have the time to watch the full podcast, right? But there's just those short clips. I wanted to experiment with that, and then from there, once I saw that it was absolutely fun. I love memes. Just to let you know, I'm personal. Memes are part of me, and it helped me get through some tough times. And then I wanted to do those kind of things where, again, I do share the truth, but I also get the chance to at least be able to share with you those funny clips, because, like I said, we all need that in the world. We need art, we need creativity, and we need all those things, right? And then once I got down to doing the shorts, I was thinking, hey, what if I work on the playlist? And then, if you guys notice in the playlist feature on the channel, that I sorted them out where I think one playlist featured different episodes in the order, like episode one, two, so on and so forth. And then you go on to the live streams, which this one will be joining that roster later on. And so I went to organize that. And then, I came down to this. So I was thinking, what if I wanted to go live? Right. And then what did I want to do to really get out there, because, like I said, if I'm gonna be a podcaster, I might as well try as much as possible to see other people and to know that I'm not the one that's gonna look like the killer, right? I'm not a crazy person, but I'm just a regular guy, just like other people. And so that's when I got down to doing this. And now I actually know what the heck I'm doing and how to work around the software, how to work around checking those kind of things. And I know that the mic may not be the best, and it's just because of the fact that I actually haven't gotten down to getting the official mic, because it does take some time to set up, and I tend to move my station because the studio. I sometimes the studio is available, but there are other times, like I said, when you're down with a family of like seven. I was a family of three at first, and then I went down to like not down, went up by four other people. So just considering all those things in mind, I actually had to be very versatile with how I record, as well as how I went about my setup. And so because of that, you might notice varying changes in quality and whatever on the videos. So if you guys notice that, please let me know, because that's going to be very helpful for me to know where I'm going to set up and how it is that I'm going to also be able to record. How is it that I'm going to be able to edit? How is it I'm going to have time to be able to do those kind of things, right? So again, your feedback, although the mic cannot pick up the emotions sometimes, but I am always very appreciative of anything that you guys leave out for me, and all those bits and pieces of advice. Again, it really does mean a lot, and it really does help to know that there are people supporting other people out there. And however you found me, whether it be from my usual videos, whether it be a friend, or whether it be from the YouTube shorts, I got a lot of quote unquote subscribers from the shorts. And But at least I know that I was able to make content that is relatable, for good or for bad. Some people they think of things differently, and I get that. I get. I'm not the person who wants to criticize other people. And even though that I do a podcast and it has its own commentary and I give my own opinions, I don't want to delve too much into others' opinions, because I learned that forcing your opinions on other people it ain't gonna work, right? It's not gonna work. And from there, if you want people to learn, it's gonna take some time to be able to let it all sink in, let it all in, take time to breathe, and to let that information process, right? And it's really how it is when it comes down to podcasting, right? And I learned that, you know when I was looking, here's the thing, which is kind of hard for me. For example, when I was doing the channel, was every time I have to go to the studio, I always got to look at the analytics. It just shows up there, like literally on a box, a rectangle that takes up like two-thirds of the whole screen whenever I go into that. And I don't want to look at that for some reason. It's because of the idea where I'm gonna let the podcast grow naturally, and you guys will be the one to determine where I'll go from there, right? And even though I make my own content, again, I try to be understanding of everyone's perspective. And that's something that we need in the world. We need to be able to look at other people and say, hey, um value your own opinion, but the thing is there, and there is not a is not a good conversation, is not a respectful one, isn't that something that's a little bit more under helpful and digestible for other people, right? So again, with that, it really does um matter most of all, right? To value others' opinions. And that's how I was able to grow the channel, because I accepted the fact that other people may not always agree with my own opinions. Same thing as how I don't want to force it on other people, because of the fact that um you guys are special, and everyone I believe is special, right? And it's kind of like the title that I put here. I think I titled this like a Convos special, because it really is. And it's really all that important. And whoever logged in, again, welcome, just because of the fact that your support was greatly appreciated. And no matter what time anyone watches this, I know that you guys will watch it at a later time. I know that I will show up later. And when the time is right, I just want to say, thank you again for all the support that you've given. And I'm thankful that you're here, wherever you came from. That would be awesome. Hey, Ceci, welcome. So yeah, I can see the chat over here, which is amazing, and that is unbelievable when I get to see it. So I don't know how old you are, but I hope today is special. I hope today goes awesome for you. And just because, I know that you're gonna do absolutely wonderful today, all right? I hope you have plans for it. And I still remember when I had my own birthday. And like I said, when I got over here a couple months ago, I didn't know what to expect with my family. Like I said, I didn't know them at all. I cannot remember, like, very few memories. I cannot remember anything about them. But absolutely, I'm I was ecstatic when I had that party. So Ceci, I hope you enjoyed that day. Please make the most of it, and enjoy while we're still here, right? It's gonna be awesome, right? And I saw other people join in. So welcome, guys and gals. So back to what I was saying about the channel. The way it's going, I don't want to look at the analytics. I hate looking at the views, because it's like you guys will be the one to really tell and showcase, where we go from here. And that's really what's most important, because podcasters cannot do just themselves, right? We always gotta be able to go out there in the world and then share what we feel to other people. That's what I feel is most important, right? And also, if you guys might notice on the banner that it showcases their Tuesday and Friday. So I was struggling like a heck of a lot with trying to be able to edit and balance my time out wisely. So I saw there that I had to have a schedule ready for showcasing the videos, posting the episodes, and then it's like, well, why do I have to do that? And lo and behold, that's what I did. I had to do that. I had to be able to at least, post that and let people know that, I'm gonna post episodes at this time, at this on these days, just so that you know what to expect, right? And also gives me time to, prepare, make it as nice as possible, get other guests in, and just to, let let you guys know that the quality is gonna be there. At least boiling down to 2 episodes. At least I'll try as much as possible. All right. So there's that. I got a question over here. Do I like dogs? Absolutely. Here's the thing. Like I said, I'm gonna mix this between personal and professional. So with me personally, I do love dogs. Depends really on the brand. I mean the brand depends on the breed, I should say. But most of the time, I just like a medium-sized dog. I do admire the small dogs. It's just I'm afraid of where I'll go, and sometimes I'm not as cautious. I'm not always a cautious person, so I gotta watch out for them. And so, yeah, I do love dogs in general. I love dogs, love cats, but it really depends on the breed and whatever. And also, it depends on how well I can manage my own time with them. Because I want to, if I'm gonna raise a pet, I want it to be something special, right? So yeah. With the channel again, Tuesdays and Fridays, that's where I'm gonna post episodes. Many times as well, I'll still be also posting shorts. If you guys enjoy that, let me know. If anything, if there's something that you feel I should change for that, let me know. Just because I want to get down to making the content that, again, I'm not doing it for views. I'm not doing it for subs or whatever. If you guys do it, it's of your own choice, right? And I just want to just produce something, make something um amazing, right? So I just wanted to make something awesome, right? What's this? Cheweenies. Huh. I haven't actually. Let me look that up real quick. That is new to me. Oh, okay. Wait, let me see that. Dog breed Cheweenies. Okay. I'm just. I'm assuming it's this. I'm assuming it's this kind, right? So I absolutely love. I hope you're managing them, and I hope they're giving you the love of their life, and I hope you are enjoying them so much, right? And so back to what I was thinking about the videos is, you might notice that I do things a little bit differently. Well, first off, I always say something at the end where it's like, share, sub, and much love, right? That right there, some people, and no offense to other creators, right? I don't really care how they go about their system, and there many people have different reasons for why they ask for subs or for views or whatever, right? But the thing is with me is like, I want to go unconventional, right? I want to go outside of that and let you guys choose as to when and where you're gonna view me. If you decide to sub to me, if you decide to like the video, again, that's entirely your choice. That's entirely your own opinion. And so I don't want to keep constantly reminding you, because I want to get straight down to what I have to want to say for the episode. And the thing is, there, I will always appreciate the support that you give, and I will always appreciate whatever it is that you have to share and that you have to express. However, I don't want to pester you as well, asking you for those kind of things if you want to sub or you want to like. I say that at the end because that at the end it's up to you guys as to if you want to decide or not to support, And again, it doesn't really matter because, like I said, you look for the content that you love. You look for the content that you decide you enjoy and you get to appreciate, and that's something that is more important to me than anything, is that you find the creators that you love, you find the creators that you get to enjoy, and you just get to have fun. Honestly, that's more important to me. Really, same thing how Ceci, with your wonderful dogs, your chiweenies, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I want to do my own thing where I get to enjoy the thing that I love, but also allow other people to enjoy it, right? And again, it's up to you guys as to whether, when, where, or why you guys decide to support. That's up to you guys, and I have no problem with that. And truth be told, like I said, I look serious for in many cases. In fact, I think that runs in my family where we all look serious. But look past the face, you're gonna get some very nice people. And that's going to be also very true, like I said, in future episodes of Convos, where I get to feature other guests, and whether if they decide to share their face or not. Again, I always respect the guests as much as possible. I always take the chance to be able to respect other guests and say, hey, in this is a safe space. Whenever you're gonna be featured on a podcast, or whatever, you're gonna be with me, or whatever it is you want to say, whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you want to ask me, whatever it is I'm gonna ask you. Again, it's the matter of maintaining that respect, and that will be awesome. Seshi, thank you so much for your support. I hope you're doing really. I hope you're doing awesome, and I love the energy and I love the vibe. I can literally see you over here, and I'm very thankful for that. And thank you so much for your support, right? And that's the same thing goes for anyone else who happens to tune in, whether or not you just accidentally click me or whether or not you intentionally watch me again. Doesn't matter. It's totally your own opinion, right? And I'm gonna value that every single time. And so, back to what I was saying with other guests, right? When I bring other guests onto the show, I want to maintain that respect, because I ask them. Because here's the thing of how I went about my episodes. I don't just make them on my own. Yeah, I do the editing, and yeah, I write down this, what do you call that? I write down the messages of other guests, and yes, I also set up those other things. But it's really down to the comments that you guys leave for me on mental health, right? And also, so the thing is that I want to focus on these three things. Life advice is not a middle finger. It's just I'm pointing out three things. So why didn't I start off with this? But anyway, so life advice, mental health advice, and the truth, right? So those three: life advice, mental advice, and the truth, right? Life advice, as in general, it doesn't have to be. It can be very complex. It can be very simple. It doesn't really matter to me. If you need some advice out there, I've seen too much in my life to know that other people need help. That's the truth, and that's what I want to help out with. That's why I started doing all this stuff. So again, with life advice, I'm intending to give that mental health advice, because I'm going into psychology later on. I want to do that for my master's. I'm actually an educator, like I said, by profession. So I want to go into mental health, and just to say that this is normal, you know. And again, I don't care whether or not you're the one who's the victim, or whether you're the one who caused the problem in the first place. I look at you as like a blank slate, right? So like a blank slate is basically, just saying, from face value, I don't judge immediately, right? And if everyone makes mistakes, literally everyone makes mistakes, and the fact that there is that possibility that there's no one that's going to be perfect, that means everyone deserves a chance. If you really think about that, right? So if you really think very, very carefully about how people go about in the world, right? People make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. That means that everyone deserves a chance. And I know that doesn't always apply to every person, but that was because they made their own choice, right? They made their own choice to be able to do those kind of things, good, bad, positive, negative, right? It's totally their choice. And in the end, is that gonna am I wanting to feel that? Do I want to be the one who's hurt in those kind of cases? No, right? Because like I said, if a person made their own choice, so be it, right? But whenever I bring someone onto convos, or whenever someone confesses to me that they caused the problem, or they're the ones who are the victims, again, I look at you guys like a blank slate. The reason why is because same thing goes for anyone in general, or anyone in life, right? So not everything is as it seems, right? Not everything is as it seems, which boils down to the third thing that I'm focusing on is the truth, right? Not everything is always going to be what it seems, and not everything is going to be at face value. We only look at face value at a person or a situation if we want to hear all the details, right? But past that, go past the blank slate, and you can be able to see what the situation is, right? You get to be able to see what the heck is going on with the person, and then you get to see and tackle the problem objectively. I told this with Madame Audacity, my um guest, and also that I featured here on Convos, and I said there are people who always take the time to do things, and people will always have their own opinions. But it is important to look at things objectively, right? We don't want to criticize other people right away. If we were, we ain't gonna improve as a generation. We ain't gonna improve as people, right? Oh my gosh, Ceci, I'm so sorry. Now, here's the thing: the last day of fourth grade. All right, so if anyone has joined in, thank you so much for coming in. I'm just gonna discuss something with Ceci right away. She's over in the chat. I hope you don't mind. I'm just basing the name off of what I'm seeing over here, right? So, I don't know if I may ask Ceci, like what grade are you like right now? I'm asking that just because I wanted to know, are you already an adult? I can't really tell from the icon, because you typed here that you were bullied the last day of fourth grade. Um, I don't know if you want to share something about that. But I do have something to say about bullies. But before I get into that, I just want to say, well, first off, you know, at the very end of everything, right? Whether people be positive or negative with how they look at things, and whether people be hateful, selfish, or mean or cruel, you know, people always make mistakes. And if we don't think of it in that way, we won't be able to forgive, we won't be able to look past, we won't be able to be the higher person, we won't be able to move forward, right? So, like I said, if everyone is capable of making mistakes, everyone is capable of deserving the chance, right? Um, and so here's the thing. Um, so you're fifth grade. Okay. So, Ceci, if you're listening, I'm sorry if the mic is not picking up, or if my emotions look weird. But like I said, I'm trying to be as objective and careful as possible, right? So first off, bullying, that happens, and that has also happened to me too. Truth be told, that has happened to me, but not even in elementary. That was in middle school. But to think that in elementary it's becoming worse, as a teacher, it makes me weep sometimes. Makes my heart broken to know that that's something that does go on in the world, and that's something that other children and heck even adults have to go through. And it's disheartening to really, if I'm ever looking to the left or to the right, it's because I'm trying to coordinate my thoughts. I don't look up because it looks worse, right? So yeah, on the last day of fourth grade, yeah, I'm so sorry for that, right? And you know, you said here that this bully, it's a she, right? Which makes it worse to think. I know that men and women, boys and girls, are capable of anything at this stage in life, right? You know, she smacked you and she didn't let you, right? I Here's something that I wanted to mention. I was told by my parents, I was told that if you were hit here, show the other side. And it took me a while to really, like understand what that meant. I was like, if you were hit here, why would I want to be hit here? Right? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to have that happen? It's because what she said was, if you were the victim, in the end, at the end of it all, unless we're the ones who hit, we're okay, right? Even if you may have bruises and even if you were hurt, there's always going to be someone in the world who's going to be able to help you. Like right now, like you just told me, right? And I'm very thankful it is your birthday. This is something that you get to enjoy now that you are 11, right? Please enjoy that. And I'm thankful that you stayed, even though that this can go on for how long, right? I don't know how long the stream is gonna last, and I don't know how many people would show up, right? But again, now is the day you get to enjoy, right? And I'm really surprised that you were able to come on. So I'm thankful for that always, right? And then I hope that in that incident where you were hurt, you know, I get that bullies tend to want to show power, right? And like I said, with everyone who makes mistakes, right? Your bully has hurt you. Same thing as how my bullies have hurt me. That I ain't gonna sugarcoat that. That has happened to me. And to this day, the thing is though, I never hit back. And here's the thing. I'm 23 and I passed college. Those same bullies came back to me and said, I'm sorry, you know, which was strange. And I always wondered, why did they do that? They had no business, right? It doesn't matter, for example, if it was mental or even physical, right? And it hurts, right? To this day, I still remember what they did, right? I still remember what they did. And the thing that I remembered there, why I was able to go past that, is because I took the higher road. I didn't hit back. I told what was going on. And here's the thing. Remember how I said how there's other people in the world who can help, right? There's other people out there who get to share what's going on. Remember how, here's the thing. If your parents don't help you, if your teachers don't help you, if no adult in the whole city at your town helps you, right? There's still gonna be someone who will listen in and hear you out. How do I know? Because you're talking to me right now, right? And here's the thing. You were pushed to the floor. You were hit in the legs, right? The thing is, a muscle. Whenever a muscle is tested, it gets stronger. I'm not saying that the when you were hit, it didn't hurt. Of course, it would hurt. But anytime that your muscle was used to defend itself, move, it gets stronger. I know you're gonna be okay. This person, whatever you do, if you were victimized by the person, right? Seek out help because bullying is a crime, right? And people need to hear the consequences of it, right? It really hurts. It really does. And coming from someone who was a victim of it, but I'm here now, right? I'm actually an example of a case where bullying has happened. But if you choose the better path and if you know that this is not it for me, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to take the higher road. You know, I'll do what it takes that this person, the bully, gets the help that she needs as well as you, right? And it's very hard. I know it was very hard to do so, but in the end, we know that it's the right thing to do. A bully must be reported, and you yourself need time to heal, right? And hey, I always give life advice. Like, just earlier, I posted an episode about how to get through school, and it may have been middle school, but if you're in the fifth grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, right? It's kind of close, so you can always watch that if ever, right? But most of all, the fact that you're here, right, to get to enjoy your birthday, you're 11 years old, that's awesome, you know? And like I said, I'm no creep or whatever. I value my students. I value the youth. I value student initiative. I value you for making it past all of that. Because, like I said, teaching ain't getting easier for us and it for teachers. And really, all that stress can get down to the students who are just innocent, right? And it does happen. And it's like I said, it still hurts that it's very, very difficult for students nowadays, right? You know, I want to ask you in general, I want to ask you if you know anyone else who's hurt, right? Do you know anyone else who's feeling that way if you're still on? Because I can't tell from the view over here, but do you know anyone else who was hurt, bullied? Has this been going on in school? Let me know. You let me know in the chat if anything. But it really does hurt. But it really does show us that we get stronger every day and that we're going to be okay, right? As much as possible, and just to really assure you that you're going to be fine, okay? You're going to be fine no matter what happens. And if anything, Like I said, this is not the last time I'm gonna live stream. I intend to do this hopefully maybe every Friday. I don't know. It really depends on my schedule and with my life when it finally gets rolling on when I get to do those kind of things, right? Again, let me know if anything. And also feel free to put an ice pack on your legs, all right? Just in case. So again, be very cautious. And if anything, I'll be here for you always to share my advice and also to just share with you, give you inspiration, give you hope, give you strength to know that you get to keep going, right? That you're gonna keep going and that you're gonna be okay, right? As someone who's been through that, it really hurts. But in the end of it all, you're the one who wins. Always. You're gonna be the one who wins. Right? Let me know if there's anyone else that you feel that needs help, right? And instead of being the one hurting, you get to be the one helping other people, right? That's what's important most of all, right? I'm gonna come back to you in just a bit if I have something more to say on those ends, right? But let me just go back over to what I was gonna say also about um back to over to the channel, right? So again, I'm thinking of setting up the schedule like this, right? So Tuesdays and Fridays is where I'm gonna post the videos. And on Friday as well, I might do the live stream when I have the time, of course. And it really depends because on the live stream, right? It depends really on when I get to do that, right? So hopefully, I get the chance to be able to set that up. And now that I know what I'm doing, that I don't make the same mistakes as last time, right? So I really hope I get to do that. So I just gotta adjust myself. Being in the chair takes a while. Takes some getting used to, right? And then I want to jump onto the situation now with the world, right? If any of you have made it this far into the live stream or in the recording when this premieres later on, congrats. Sometimes I rant, right? So I just want to go over like the situation, what's going on in the world right now. I'm gonna use CNN as to what I'm seeing right now, and I know this might seem kind of adult related, but whatever, right? So saw something about the Pentagon. Again, with the documents, I hope that goes. I'll be able to recover those. I saw the situation over in Tennessee. It's kind of ridiculous as well with gun violence. And my stance there is this: everyone deserves a chance at a life, right? With gun violence, everyone deserves a chance at being safe. Everyone deserves a chance at being understood, right? Everyone deserves a chance to be able to heal, right? And what's worse is that now with only one bullet, that it ends that chance, right? So my stance here is this: is that with gun violence we need change, right? And it's up to us to be able to be the ones to kickstart that change, right? So that's my stance on that. I'm not gonna go too in depth with it until I make it a full episode of that because that's something that needs to be addressed later on. And I really do hope, with regards to that, that the situation gets better, right? I'm a teacher, like I said, I would be the victim, right? I hope for the safety and security of all students, staff, and the school. And that's when hate really spirals out of control is when people don't get the help that they deserve. Everyone deserves help, right? Why should one person get more than the other, right? And that's really I hope that the situation gets better on that, right? But also before I end off this stream, because I'm gonna go into an hour, see how it goes, and see what times you guys are available. And again, let me know once you, if you're on the stream or whether you're seeing a recording. Again, let me know if anything. What time should be ideal? What time should I go on? What time should I be? Whatever, right? It really depends on you guys, right? So I just want to talk about why I started this in the first place, right? I think that would be a good way to end off this. Why did I start off doing what I wanted to do in the first place? Why did I get into podcasting? Right? Could have done something else. Probably got a second job, earn more money or whatever, right? But I want to do something else. I want to do something where other people can get to look at it and say, hey, you can relate to that, right? to get you guys the help that you need, to get you guys the help that you deserve, right? And most of the times, I know that in some of the episodes, I'm dissing the old gen and helping the new gen and whatever, right? But actually, I'm for all gens. The old gen is getting older, right? And for us as the new gen, right? This world is gonna be ours, right? We're gonna have this world, right? So now's our chance to shine, right? Something's Here's my advice as well to let me first start off with the new gen, right? Let's give the old gen some slack, right? Let's give the old gen the opportunity to at least be a part of the bigger picture, right? There's so much that the old gen has seen and so much they have yet to experience, but time is also running out, right? Maybe instead of the hate that we keep showcasing and maybe saying like, oh mom, how come you don't know this? Oh dad, this is how you do it. Why are you doing that? Right? If we're gonna be the new gen, might as well have showcase what we learned ourselves, whether it be through our parents or whether we learned it, right? We really think about it. Are we doing the better things in life? Are we doing what's better if we keep dissing the old gen? That ain't gonna work, right? Ain't gonna work where the new gen should hold that idea, right? If we can't even appreciate our parents, if we can't even appreciate at least the adult figures that helped us, how can we appreciate ourselves, right? How can we know who we are, right? And then, as for the old gen, if any of the old gen is watching this, and by old gen I mean, adults, um, late 30s, and then going into past that, right? The new gen is gonna make a difference, right? Let's think about that loud and clear. The new gen, the children now, the young adults now, the middle adults now, they're gonna make a difference, right? And if you think, for example, that other people, right? If you think, for example, that you know a lot, chances are there's still so much to learn, right? Because when you say a lot, it just falls short of everything, right? With the older gen, right? Say they know a lot, but they fall short of everything, which means there's still something to learn, right? There's still something to know and there's still something to learn. And that's what my advice to the old gen is, right? And enjoy it, right? Gen's got to work together. You got to learn from each other, right? The new gen know what's now. The old gen knows the mistakes, right? The old gen knows what mistakes we made. The new gen knows more about what's happening now, right? You got those two together, it's a strong force. And it's fairly simple to see how that's gonna be later on when you move on, right? So again, that's why I started Convos in the first place. I want to see all gens from every perspective. I want to see and hear the stories of other people, right? I don't want to take sides. I want to give my own opinion, but I don't want to come to the point where I'm stuck in the controversy, right? Because otherwise, how am I gonna share what I have with other people, right? And that's what I think is most important. Most of all is that as I keep going forward in convos, just hope guys help me out here, right? Let me know if anything. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers or podcasters where I'm in it for the views or the subs or whatever, right? I've seen how many people fell prey to that. I mean, like, I've seen other YouTubers. I'm not gonna disclose who, but they shifted away from the original message just because they have more and said something new, right? That's not what I'm hoping for this podcast. I'm hoping to stay where I am as is, and even if I go up in terms of what I can see on YouTube, I'm still this goes up with it. You know, it's not like the it's not like the views go up, but this stays here, right? I want to go up the same with the channel, right? The podcast. I want to be able to reach out to more people, and just like you guys have been leaving in the comments, like right now, seeing all these, it's still happening, right? These problems are still happening out there in the world, and that's something that really needs to be touched base on. That's something that needs to be attended to. That's something that people need to start talking about to know that that is real, and that is something you don't have to be ashamed of. Literally, I get to say my own thing and get to share my own story. But also, other people here can jump into the conversation. Old gen, new gen, doesn't matter, right? The whole point of combos is that the truth is heard. You get life advice, mental advice, and the truth. That's what I care most of all, right? So that's actually going to be it for this live stream. And this, I don't want to say episode, but I guess this is an episode. But I guess this is the end of the live stream for Convos at this time. So I pretty much butchered that. So I'm not gonna edit that because it's a live stream. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And thank you as well to those who are new to the channel, new to the podcast. And just know that I'll be here for you always. You know. And guys, whoever remains is watching this later on, please respect as well the chat as much as possible. Here is a place where things are safe. And if hate is coming out, I'm gonna delete the comment, right? And by hate, I mean you bullying. Bullying won't happen here. If you're causing the problem, it won't happen here, right? I'm trying to share that other people get to hear a message, right? And the thing is, if your comment is targeting, for example, toward me and giving me advice, I'm gonna keep it. But the moment it's hurting other people and causing more of the problem, goodbye, right? So I'm gonna do my best to stay active with what's going on the channel as much as possible. And guys, let me know if you guys have any other comments. Please go ahead and leave them down in the comment section after this stream is processed, because it's gonna take me maybe 30 minutes for it to be processed. Let me know if anything. And again, of course, please PM me, DM me if you guys have any comments, any suggestions that you have for the streams and streams of the future. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to touch base on. I'm gonna get back to you as soon as possible. I actually got a full schedule down, so I gotta get that ready. And so hope for me, guys, that I'm able to get this content out on top of continuing on with my own life, right? And I hope for the best for all of you guys out there in the world. I hope this renders properly. I hope the mic picked up everything, and I hope that I'm okay with the way I look. Like I said, not shy of showing who I am now, because I hope to do this in the future. All right? So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, share, sub, and much love. This is Mr. T signing off. This was an awesome live stream, and I was glad to meet all of you guys, all of the new people out there. And for any of you who will be tuning into the recording, or who has tuned into the recording now, thank you guys so much for coming back to that. I know this is like a long, long podcast session, but thank you guys for tuning in to the very end, right? So thank you guys so much. Once again, much love, and I'll see you at the next live stream and the next episode or the next short or whatever, right? Peace.